Hey everybody, welcome to Shifty's Club. Well guys, let's just go ahead and take care of the first order of business. I'm sure you guys know what I'm going to show you. Bada bing, bada boom. Check this out. In 2 weeks, it's pretty good. See without the glare. Maybe down that way. Obviously, my name. I go by Dan, by the way. So yeah, just want to see that though. So yeah. Yeah, sorry, glared back into the scene. But anyway, guys, you guys seen that? I want to share some Pokemon with you now. Um, I've been doing some testing. I've tried several different decks. Unfortunately, the only ones I could come up with are the front runner for standard Machamp Ariados. It seems to have, it seems to be able to run pretty good supporters. Karina, any form of draw you want. Lysander and Hexmaniac seem to be the ones that work the best. For Ultra Balls and VS Sigor, obviously, because when you gotta have Lysander Hexmaniac, you just have to bring it back. And sometimes you can't draw into the Karinas right away, so. And the other ones I thought of were Super Scoop Up and Energy Retrieval. Obviously, going with Shaymaniacs and the non-optional Landorus, which I absolutely love. The strong energy, fighting energy, obviously, fighting stadiums, muscle bands, and eventually I turn into I prefer unknown as my last four. It seems to be working very well. Obviously, I'm gonna have some issues with almost any deck, but until I know for sure how to clean it up, I'm going to try to keep testing a little more because it seems to be working better than anything else. One of the other decks that I tried to use was a Giratina Vileplume deck. Now, this one, as people know, is basically a trainer lock on the bench, or item lock now, but you lock all items from the bench, and Giratina attacks for 4 energy, which is a little weird, but I guess people like it. Its attack basically prevents stadiums and special energy, but you already prevent tool cards anyway, so can't really just prevent that all over again. The problem is it's too slow. It doesn't have the potential to get up and at it as fast as you'd like. I've tried Seismitoad Giratina, the same thing. The deck is a little slower. You can't take prizes near as fast. You're locking them at a rate which is substantially more poor than any other lock decks you could find. So if I were you, I'd stay away from Giratina. And I'm not saying I'm going to stay away from Vileplume. Vileplume does its job on the bench. Giratina is just a terrible attacker. If you find a way to get that attack cost down, sure, maybe. What good is 4 for 100? I mean, seriously. Next deck we'll get into is Mega Manectric, and this deck I kind of like. It's a very fast, versatile deck when ran correctly. It can also attack Lugia EX and Shaman EX. The one thing I don't like about this deck is that you have to make it a speed deck, and obviously without Lysander's trump card, it's not going to be as easy to try to win as much, so you're going to end up probably decking out against some of the lock decks, just because you have to struggle to set up turn 1 or turn 2 at the latest in order to get anything done. And God help us if anyone tries to run Stoutland Vileplume for a regional, so that would suck. But anyway, one of the few things that I really do like, though, about the standard format is there's so few sets. There's almost no strategy that's absolutely more dominant than the other. Although I'd have to say Mega Rayquaza is probably on the top of that list. The colorless one, by the way. Just because you can set it up on turn 1. So that's pretty much about it. For the extended format, I've narrowed it down to 3 of the best possible decks I could think of. And while I've tried testing them a little bit, a few of them seem to have a few minor bugs here and there, and cleaning up is not going to take, but trial and error. But the 3 decks that I can say for sure that are my top 3 are going to be number 1, metal decks, which is the base black and white Clean Clang, the plasma Clean Clang. So if you don't know what those do, the black and white Clean Clang moves metal energy around from Pokemon to Pokemon, and the plasma Clean Clang basically protects your metal type Pokemon from being touched by Pokemon EX. So there's a lot of Pokemon EX out there, so that one is right there, is probably got to be the bread and butter. But it gets better, because now you can put in Bronzong to pull basic metal energy out of the discard pile, and you have your main attacker, Aegislash, who has an ability where if the defending Pokemon has special energy, it can't hurt it. That's pretty good, huh? And also your backup is Cobalion EX, because 3 for 100 and nothing can, prevent that attack from happening. That's pretty good, especially with that 1 for 30 and discard a special energy card attached to the defending Pokemon. No more said. I love this deck. And God help me, I love this deck. So I was trying it, I was testing it, I'm trying to still improve it, but that has got to be my deck for regionals, definitely. The runner-up is pretty much a no walk in the park to play against, and it's Dark type. In this deck, we use Mega Tyranitar and its lower evolution Tyranitar, and these EXs are absolutely a pain to deal with, because the Mega's attack is for 4 energy, does 110 plus 60 for each damage counter on the defending Pokemon. Now let's do the math. If you have 110 and you're doing 60 more for each damage counter, they already have to have 1 on them. Means you're doing 170 to 1, which is 180. That knocks out all but 1 regular EX and every other Pokemon in format. You have 2 damage counters. Even Wailord gets knocked out. So there you go, guys. You can beat a Wailord stall in extended. But anyway, obviously you have a Tech Yveltal, you have Darkrai, you have Sableye, lots of Dark Patch, plenty of different cards to go around. The third deck that I would suggest is the Mega Rayquaza, the Dragon type, with the Noble Victories Electric, the Primal Clash Electros, Celebi EX with the Dragon's Exalted Rayquaza EX, and the Skynarrow bridge. That way, instead of running some kind of crazy combo with like Shrine of Memories, you just have Celebi X right there on your bench, allowing you to go back and stage an attack. So if you don't have the fire energy necessary, don't worry. You can just attack the lightning energy attack. You still have the HP. But see, in this situation, you're discording more, but if you don't have the fire energy, you can't attack. And that's why I started to think, this is probably a really good idea. And this is my rogue choice for regionals. If one of you wants to try to use it, be my guest. See, there's like 2 weeks of regionals left. There might be only like one, I'm not sure. I haven't been keeping up much with regionals. But these are my 3 decks for regionals: Metal, Dark, and a newly reformed Dragon Quasar. So guys, that's basically it. The extended format seems to have a lot easier play than I've ever tried to imagine. If the Pokemon Company will let me run leagues and do tournaments ever again, and I ever decide I want to put more free time on my watch and do something, I might try to open up a whole new format and let everyone play with that. But anyway, guys, just thought I'd let you see, my success story, which I don't even really care about the website, so. Then you got the standard format. There's really no front runner. That one's a toss-up. It's open to every single deck. And regionals, obviously I have favorites just because they're absolutely amazing. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that say, oh no, these non-EX Night March decks are much better than extended. Well, for you guys it'd be this. B S. That's what I think about it. Anyway, guys, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Post any comments in the comment section down below. And if they're approved, I'll post them. If you have anything not related to the video, go ahead and submit me an email. And I'll get back with you. And I hope you guys had as much fun as I've had. I'll see you guys next time at Shifty's Club.